Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different tabletop games project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a new time now. And giving my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the 13th most popular project on all of games right now. That is 9 Minutes Kingdom. Build your own kingdom in just 9 minutes by Hornet Games. I believe this launched... I don't know when this launched, actually. I shouldn't say that. But it's 2 to 4 players, ages 8 plus, plays roughly in 9 minutes. I love the fact that all this is spotlighted right here. I see that it's going to have some wooden meeples in there, so they are showcasing a little bit of the components there, which I like. The box looks okay. And then the word strong filler, which I love that term. I love filler weight games, and I know what they're trying to say here. It's, you know, it has choices. It's interesting. It's a little bit hefty, meaty. It's not like your typical filler weight game. But I will say, by calling this a strong filler weight game, you're in fact calling some other games weak filler weight games, which I don't have a problem with either. But anywho, it's already raised 9,000 euros, $10,000. I'm excited to see what it's all about. As always, when you go to the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? One thing I'd love to see here is just a price. I think that'd be so gosh darn good, if it was, especially if it's a reasonable price. But anywho, let's get into it.
9 Minute Kingdom, a game that takes 9 or fewer minutes to play. 9 minutes is all it takes to make your own realm. You can build it anywhere you like. In a house, on a picnic, in your local cafe, pub, or during a long journey. Simple rules, quick setup, and smooth gameplay are all you can expect to find in this little box. Your kingdom can look like this. Or this. Or even this. It's all in your hands. 9 Minute Kingdom, the easiest way to build your own kingdom.
Okay, 40 seconds, in, out, hit, quick hitter. I like that. They spotlighted how small the game is, how small it is, but still how variable it is. The price, though, I really wish we'd already had the price, because I think it's probably going to have a very appealing price point. And I think that quick video, just hopefully we go straight from this to shopping mode, because do I want it? Yeah, I love filler weight games. I love light filler weight games. So I'm immediately intrigued when you're saying this is a strong, interesting choice one. I like the components. So let's get into it. Your best 9 minutes. Have you got my spare 9 minutes? We got yourself a kingdom. Oh, but 4 created, 0 backed. Hornet Games is a one-man show. This is me, Stefan Missis. Sorry, I mispronounced that. I'm a graphic designer, illustrator by profession, but above all, I love board and card games. I tried my luck by releasing a series of games, under the Suits banners. I couldn't even imagine how much success they would be at Spiel 19. It is thanks to you, dear players, that my little boat got wind in its sails. As I wrote earlier, I myself am a captain, helmsman, mate, and a deckhand on a boat called Hornet Games. Okay, so in 2019, had a hit, it seems like. Awesome. Great. So this is making me feel comfortable on Can You Do It? So we have the Suits Cthulhu, the Suits Ladies, suspended. Wonder what that's about. Go check that one out. Right now we're just making sure that these games all got released, and the Suits Ladies canceled. Interesting. So the Suits Ladies, it's time for ladies in the men's world. 4th seasons of the Suits with strong female characters. What does 4th season mean? Updates 3. So okay, what is this? Dear backers, relaunch. We are launching our campaign. We can't reach. So they just relaunched this. It looks like they relaunched this relatively quickly. November. No, they slogged through most of it, and it did very poorly for whatever reason. Then they came back. And this isn't a deal breaker. I just like seeing the story of how a game gets made. So they launched this, didn't go well, come back with the Suits Ladies suspended, the 4th season of the Suits card game. And now I can see so much easier that this is an expansion or an add-on or something like that to this. And I'm more excited about the product, and I do think this was a much better way to relaunch this. 52 backers, but it's suspended. What does that mean? I'm not even, here's the thing. I've done like 300 of these videos in the last year and change. And I don't think I've ever seen a project suspended before. So I am very intrigued. Thank you very much for this project. Finally, we have it soon. We will publish the roadmap for the project. We have some ideas. It was funded. But when did it get suspended? We funded it. You did it. First day. So when did Kickstarter suspend it? 11 months ago. So right afterwards. So the end. Okay, this is curious. Maybe a nice Christmas present. Who knows? Once more, big thanks to all of you. Cheers, Hornet Games. So did it get shipped? All backers have. Did anyone else receive a message stating the project was suspended by Kickstarter? It certainly does appear that's the case. All backers, congratulations on the successful campaign. Is there a possibility the stretch goals? So, what in the world? Okay, that's something you need to know about. I've never seen something get suspended. I don't know why. Kickstarter didn't say why. That's very, very intriguing. And so then we have the Suits Cthulhu, which didn't get out either. So this is an interesting track record right now. Then after Suits for Ages, fingers crossed for this, I still have hope. So he's trying to reprint. Played your game at SN19, but didn't have funds. I backed here and hope the campaign will succeed. Good luck and good game. So he play tested it. He tried. He had people. Yeah, okay. So he had it spilled to 2019. So this is his first actual published game? Question mark? Because it has funded. Congrats. But that track record, a little bit concerning. I don't think they've actually released anything. So that's something you want to know about. Hopefully they can convince me here. 9 minutes is all the way to make your own realm. You can build it anywhere in a house, in a picnic, box contents. Cool. 48 kingdom cards. These cards are tiles. They look like tiles. And I notice this a lot on Kickstarter sometimes. If they're tiles, call them tiles. If they're cards, call them cards. But are these cards or all these tiles? Because the tiles, I think they're a little bit thicker. I'm thinking higher quality components. As opposed to if they're cards, I don't know. I thought they were tiles. Because these are cards. And then these are score cards, square cards. So you got some different shapes. Unlock stuff. Solitaire mode. That's spectacular. 5th player. Wow. So I immediately go back to that main image, and I do not like the main image in any way, shape, or form now. Actually, no, I still love it, but you need to fix this. I forgot. I love this main image. You need to fix this 1 to 5 now. If that is in the game, you need to fix that, because that is going to bring in 2 whole separate different groups of clientele that are interested in this game. And you want people to know that from the jump. So this is great. And were these stretch goals that were hit? If so, I'd mention that. I want to know the stretch goals. I want to be excited about stretch goals. Everything you need to play 5 players. So we got Queen's Well. So this is 27 Queen cards, 3 Edict cards. I don't know what this means. Cool. Thanks to this expansion, your game will be more strategic and tactical. You will score points through the game, not only at the end. Awesome. So this is adding stuff to the game. Dragons. Oh my gosh. Has all this stuff been added? Is this stuff in the box? Because right now, the way you have this listed, all this stuff... Oh, it's not in the box. You haven't even shown me this. So are these separate pledges? Are these add-ons? I want to know this information, and it's not clean and clear here. The expansion adds more your subjects, 32 subject cards. Thanks to your subjects, you'll be able to build your kingdom more efficiently. So this looks like tons of variability in a 9-minute game. It gets me more excited about this project. I could see this being one where the snowball could get pushed down the hill if you're marketing this properly, because this is going to be a relatively cheap game, I'm assuming. We'll get there still. But if it's a relatively cheap game and you're just going to keep adding more and more and more and more and more and more stuff to the game, those Kickstarters can get really, really popular, especially if you put the price on the front page, and this could get up to the top of the popularity chart because it's 13th. But I don't see why this one couldn't climb. This has potential, assuming that price point is right. Cool, setup, great, whatever. And those are cards. Okay, not tiles. Adjacent rule, 3 by first, 3 wear, cool stuff, things, wide back. I don't like, this is great stuff to have, don't get me wrong, but you know what would be better? A video would be better. It would be better if useful information was above this information. I feel like your video at 40 seconds, and then you just telling me the things we've unlocked, and then you give me a good price, I'm in and out, I'm good. I'm excited to come back and see what additional stuff, because now we have Kickstarter exclusive stuff, awesome, and here we go, rewards. €5. Oh, that's so convert it to currency. Convert it to the U.S. currency. That's just a nice thing to do. $6. Okay. So this is, oh my gosh. Is that really $11? $11? Oh, the Prince. No, this is an $11 game. So right now, I have a big issue. That's a full letter point grade. Because once again, this is not me grading the game. This is me grading a Kickstarter. And if you have a price point that is that insanely appealing at only $11, you mention that at the door. 1 to 5 players, $11. Stretch goals unlocked. Tons of, maybe like a number 16 stretch goals unlocked. And you get that kind of Kickstarter campaign where someone's like, I really wasn't that interested in the game, but there's just so much perceived value that's being added to this game with all these expansions, assuming that they're all in there and not add-ons. But if they are all in there, I feel like this is mishandled here. 6 copies of 9, 12, 20. So pretty much PDF game or just a boatload of the games. 9 minutes kingdoms with all stretch goals. Yeah, with all stretch goals. That's spectacular. This needs to be from the front front page, because let's go look at that community page. Most people here, United States of America. Overwhelming. Market to them. $11 at the door. All the things, 1 to 5 unlocked. I think this has some massive potential here. Like, I almost feel like sometimes I'm talking about cryptocurrency or something when I do this. Like, this Kickstarter has fantastic potential with what they're offering in the stretch goals that they've already hit. Woo! And their micro stretch goals. Oh my goodness, 1.2K, 1.5K. What I mean by micro stretch goals is they're the kind of stretch goals you have to check back with every few days to see if they're going to hit it. Everything you need to play 5 players. Queen's Will. Large expansion with new types of kingdom cards. Oh my goodness. So this is kind of the information you showed me up there. I would honestly like to see these two merged together with these images, but then also showing me the US dollar price. I think that'd be nice. And then, what was it? All the extra information from up there. Because you gave me more information when you were talking about them up here, which is fantastic, but I think if you could squeeze that into these images, like this is a fantastic stretch goal area. This is a fun one to scroll through. Like imagine they get to 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, and you're just consistently seeing like how it's like, and then it gets to be like a fun little game, like how possibly crazy upgraded could this game get in such a small box? Scoring board. This is huge, plus 5 Night Meeples and 5 crowns. Winds of History. And this is great. So add-ons. Purchase will increase your shipping fee. Cool, mentioned it there. 48 card sleeves plus cards, and this is I like this add-on. And then the suits. So it actually does exist. I don't know how that works. So they still printed it anyway, I guess, or maybe this was the first 3. So I think this was the first 3 that they printed before Kickstarter, and then they tried to get on Kickstarter to make the 4th, and they thought, hey, why not just reprint the first 3, which I think is a great choice by them. And then they got suspended for whatever reason. But that was the Cthulhu. I don't even know. So good. And I think this is smart. Offering to sell it. Shipping. So to Poland, €3. Rest of the world, €5. Wow. So €9 to the rest of the world. So that is now, what is that? That's $11. So I'm looking at a $22 filler weight game. I still think that's, and I've done polling on this before. If you are under $25, people are just like, whatever. They're just willing to throw you money with doing less research into the project because on Kickstarter, we're typically used to spending $150, $100. So 22, whew, don't even think about it, especially with all the stuff that you have in here. And this looks well done. I will say, I feel like this Kickstarter looks very well done. I don't like the organization that much. But it looks like they know what they're doing. They've looked at other Kickstarter projects. It could tell. Shipping we charge after the campaign is completed through the pledge manager. The shipping rates listed below are estimates and may change, so that's fine. You got to mention the VAT. Shipping time for worldwide destinations is about 4 to 6 weeks for economics-based. And when is this thing coming out? March 2022. Wow! Oh, it's a print and play. Never mind. No, March 2022. Holy moly, that's a interesting printing time. It's like 3 months. So is this a pre-order? This would have to be a pre-order, right? Either that or they have maybe their own manufacturer. Who knows? So $10,499, 712 backers. Let's check out the FAQ, the updates, the comments. Give this one a grade. FAQ, no questions. I have some questions. Final stretch goals. Dear backers, first week passed away, and to be honest, I'm very pleased. Your support has exceeded my expectations, but our adventure did not end here. Now it's time to reveal 2 final stretch goals, and I believe we can reach them. First is Kickstarter exclusive. It's a scoring board that with cool-looking Night Meeples and wooden crowns. In this base game, scoring takes place at the end of the game, but with expansions, you will score during game, and I think this scoring board will be handy. So I'm almost getting that vibe right now, where they're like, oh, no more stretch goals, we're all done. And I've seen other Kickstarters do this, and I don't want to speculate they're doing this, but I've seen other people do it. It looks like this, where they're like, all right, I have a low-cost Kickstarter, $10,000. I've heard people in the industry say stuff like this before, especially when they're talking about some of the earlier Kickstarters. They're like, I'm willing to invest $20,000 into my own Kickstarter campaign if I need to make it fun. And that kind of is what this looks like, because why are you like, oh, hold your horses, no more stretch goals unless you've already paid for the print runs of the game or something. Because you still have, 11 days left? And so this is an update. Oh, yeah, so let's check out the updates, see how engaging they are. 4 backers, 2, 1 comment, 0 comments, 6 comments, 2 comments. So these are not very engaging updates. I mean, you do have... Now you got 712 people here. Now, when did this launch? This one launched November 28th. So this one has been up for a couple weeks, and yet they're still 12th in popularity chart. So something they're doing here is take on those YouTube algorithms. It looks like maybe it's just a slow churn, but honestly, if you click on this, I think if you like filler weight games, I think everything they've done here has marketed it very, very well. Like, I was excited about the game before I learned there was a 1 to 5 player version, and this was just going to be cram packed with a whole bunch of stuff. But I think that $11 price point just needs to be spotlighted. But yeah, these do not look like very engaging. Like, nobody commented on this at all. Always end an update with a question. It's just easy way to get comments. Hi there. Happy to be here as it looks like a very nice project. Could you tell us more about the quality of the sleeves and the add-on? Do you know what would be the thickness of the microns? Copy paste from a previous answer. Oh, look at that. Somebody else asked this question. This looks like a good question to put into your FAQ. This is your queue. So hopefully they do that. I looked at some previous answers but didn't dig too far. The add-on will be then. My guess is, so this is someone who, yeah. Looks like an awesome little game, perfect for the family after dinner. Excited to see it come to life. Yes, and I think that price point, I feel like that message could be slammed home a lot quicker with that $11 price point. Can I only add €1 to have access to pleasure? Looking forward to seeing the rules. That's something that should be in the FAQ and also listed on that pledge level if it is not. Let me double check. There is no pledge manager level. Okay, interesting. Looking forward to seeing the rules. This sound and looks like a sweet little game. Just want to make sure that it's consistent and easily understandable. Yes, that is another thing. Glad someone mentioned that. And there was no videos at all. There was no how to play. There was no rule booklet. Okay, all those things are mildly concerning to me now. Those things are really starting to grind on me just a little bit more, and I'm glad I went through here because I didn't realize them at first. I wonder if it would be possible to play in the style of Between Two Cities. Can we have the rule booklets printed in another language? For example, PDF only for French. Okay, thanks for the fast response. Okay, I think that's an interesting choice right there. I think what you should probably do, well, never mind. Well, if it's just for the rule booklets, I wonder if there's a Fiverr level if someone does that. Anywho, I read the expansions will come in a separate box. Is everything on one box or an option? Getting 2 boxes is not that functional to take a lock or even store, and has more impact, I imagine, with production, creating more boxes, ordering. Every order is not only the weight, but also multiple parts of product, and shipping has higher costs. I'm working on a little bigger box, so it's possible that everything will fit into one box. Ooh. Okay, so we got 2 boxes, and this is now a lack of communication between you and me, which I do not like. That is something that should be conveyed to me, the size of the box, and I had no idea that there was another box. I would just assume that all these things would fit into the box. And here's my other question. So, reading this makes me think that I was incorrect about this is already in production. But if you are actually still in the early stages of talking to manufacturer, or the late stages even, and you can make changes, why not have more stretch goals? I don't know. Because you've got some amazing stretch goals here. Should the name be 9 Minute Kingdom, not minutes with an S? For example, 5 Minutes Craft is a popular... yeah, that's so great. I thought that was a little odd. Yes, also the hard 5-minute dungeon. Yeah, you should change the name. Hi, this game is quite interesting. That scoreboard with the wooden tokens looks great. I might get an extra copy as a gift. Thanks for replying. So they're okay on customer service. Here we go. All expansions will be in a separate box. When we'll get information about how exactly the expansion works, the description are very general. When we'll see a play video on Tuesday. So this is not good. Like this is all really bad. Like I don't want to gloss over this. I don't like those things, especially when you factor in that this has been up for November 28th. This has been up for like 10 days. Right now, 9 days, and these are things that they still don't have. I don't like that at all. And those things kind of concern me a little bit. That track record, why were they suspended? That concerns me. Ahoy there, noob party. So, final grade on this one. Do I want it? Yes. I like the idea of strong filler weight games. It looks like there's tons of content crammed into this one at a low price point, at $11. That's all great. Shipping, $11, not terrible. I'm looking at a $22 game. I don't have an issue with that game. Not to mention it goes 1 to 5 players, tons of expansions, a little bit more of a unique game. It's from Poland. It looks good. But, gameplay video, not there. Rules, not there. Track record, not there. Concerning. Can you do it? Nothing that you have conveyed to me has made me feel comfortable with that. That 3-month shipping turnaround, that concerns me. That me not knowing that there's an entirely separate box That concerns me. Like, these are things that need to be in the story. A big concern for Kickstarters right now is the shipping. Prices are huge and delays have reached a very unreasonable point. Yeah, it is. And they're saying, hey, we're going to add an extra box to this. Won't be a big deal. It's concerning, especially when I look at your past projects and I see nothing but 2 that failed and then 1 that was suspended, and then there's no, like, this is the most alarming thing to me. Like, there is no mention from Hornet Games in that page about what happened or why it happened. At least I didn't think so, right? Like, what happened? Thank you so much for support. Finally, we have it. Soon we will publish the roadmap, and we have some ideas of what to do. Who knows? One more big thank you to you all. That is just... So what is this? Yeah, they never addressed it. They never even addressed it. There's still 52 people. You treat those 52 people, they deserve to know. And then I start looking at this number, and I say 52 backers, $6,281. So you're telling me people were paying each $100 for these? And now things are starting to get a little bit more suspicious. $20, $55, 70 euros. So there's not even a $100 pledge level here. 100 euro pledge level. Excuse me. Oh, no. My numbers are off. I'm a noob. Never mind. That doesn't look suspicious. Take that. Strike that completely from the record. Final grade, though. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. It looks cool. I need to know more. But that price is so low that whatevs. Can you do it? Big concern. How much is it? 22 euros, $22. I don't think that's terrible. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give this project a C-. I really hope they succeed. I hope this is a game that's just crammed full of stuff. I hope they figure out a way to put everything into that one box and make this a featherweight game that when they come back with a reprint, that's one that people are absolutely chomping at the bits for. I hope Tom Vassell gets a copy of this and says it's spectacular. I hope you want to send one to me and I give it a Bowers Best seal. And then they see $1 million reprint. Because I think they have a lot of that potential here. Cheap price point, stretch goals that are fantastic. I think you just need to put more stretch goals, highlight that price point. 1 to 5 players should be right here. But let me know what you think. What is your final grade for 9 Minutes Kingdom? And how concerned are you if you see a suspended project? Yeah, this is all. I'm going to put a poll up on this one. How cautious are you if you look into a Kickstarter's previous projects and see a suspended project and then they don't address why it was suspended in any way, shape, or form? Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below because every time I go on a Kickstarter critique, it's a weird, wild ride, and I want you to come with me. Bye-bye.